So it's finished. Southampton 1, Arsenal 2, and the season's finished in, not the way we wanted to see. So listen, that wraps it up for another season. It's another disappointing season, but do you know what? There's not much I can do about that one, really, if I'm honest with you. It's just annoying, it's just infuriating that we just have to sit here again trophyless. And our next door neighbours have won a Europa League. It hurts, man. It really hurts. And I only got to watch parts of the game because I was busy all day, I was helping out around the house and stuff, so. But from what I saw, the Tierney goal was good. His last goal for Arsenal before he departs back to Celtic. And you know what? Big up to Kieran Tierney, man. He's been here at the times we've needed him most. He's been here, done everything. I can't complain with that at all. And yeah, listen. I describe this season as like a light at the end of the tunnel, but we can't get out the tunnel because there's a big lorry in the way. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't, but there's one giant lorry in the way. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can't. We need to be the best next year. We need to win the Premier League next season. We have to win the Premier League next season. There is no ifs, buts or maybes about it. We have to win the Premier League next season. Because from the reports I've been reading, we are going to be signing a striker. I don't know who it is. Don't ask me. I don't know who it is. I'm not David Ornstein or Fabrizio Romano, but ask them and they'll tell you. We sign. Is going to be the starting striker next season, which is why we have to get it right. We got the transfer window wrong in the summer, and we got it horrendously wrong in January. In the summer, we make 4 signings, right? 2 of them permanent deals. The other 2 are on loan because we ain't got enough money left. Mikel Merino for £30 million. It's been a good first season for him. I think I'll be honest, he's better up top. He's better as the striker. I watched him as well today. He was pretty quiet for large parts of the game. And then the other one, Calafiori, who can't even get a game. So, and then the other 2 on loan, Neto and Sterling. Send them back to their clubs, man. They're useless. Especially Raheem Sterling. He's played more than Neto, and Neto's more useful than that. Sums up a lot, doesn't it? Listen, we've let ourselves down this season. Look at the things look at the things we were up to. I thought we started off the season really, really well. Odegaard then goes and gets injured, and then we got to go to Spurs, then we got to go to City, and in between that we got the Champions League, and it's all hit and miss. Obviously, the first North London derby of the season, the 1-0 win at Shite Hart Lane. Gabriel with the winner. Yeah, listen. No ifs or buts, and maybe it's about it. We actually went into that game with Jorginho, Thomas Partey, and Trossard as our midfield, and we still came out of there on the winning side. No Rice because he was suspended and Odegaard was injured. Then a few months later, Odegaard comes back, and then about a month or so later, Bukayo Saka gets injured. I'm sitting there thinking, right, well, Saka's injured. We can go sign a replacement in January. About a month and a half later, Gabriel Jesus goes and gets himself injured. For the rest of the season, and and that injury is so bad it's going to go into next season. You know, we've only seen 5 minutes of Tomiyasu this season. I forgot he even existed. Martinelli's been in, and then Martinelli got injured in around February. And then Kai Havertz got injured. Big players we've been missing this season. Big players. And Arteta wanted to sit there and say he wants to stick with what he has. What you have doesn't work. It's that simple. It's not all about favouritism. Arteta loves players too much. Arteta loves Havertz. I'll get that straight for you now. Arteta loves Havertz. Havertz, right? He loves Havertz. He loves who's the other one he loves? Oh, we're playing him. He loves Trossard. That's the other one. He loves them too. And listen, to be quite honest with you, is that I've got favourite Arsenal players. You know, I've got favourite players, but you know, it is what it is. You know, them things happen in football. You know, when injuries happen in football. You know, and this year hurts even more than actually probably not. Yeah, probably this year hurts more than last year did. Just because we actually went into the season as favourites to win the Premier League, and then Liverpool go and win it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really frustrating. You know, it's really frustrating, you know, and I suppose the positive in it now is we get a nice little summer break, and then we go again next season for another. I don't even know what kind of season it's going to be next season. We just have to win something. You know, we can't be trophyless again next season, surely not. I'm going to do some season ratings for you now, and then I'm also going to give you my player of the season, honourable mentions, and a lot more. So I've got the list of players here on the screen next to me. So starting off, David Raya this season. There's been times this season where he's been very, very good, and there's been times this season when he's been very, very poor and very, very sloppy. His distribution needs to improve going into next season. But this season, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I think he's had a decent season. You know, a decent second season. You know, but yeah, I can't say much more. The other goalkeeper, Neto, I can't really say much about him. Is he only played one game for us, and that was away at Girona, so I'll base it off of that. I remember his movement and positioning was quite poor for the Girona goal, so for that I'm going to probably have to give him a 3 out of 10 for the season. He hasn't played much, so yeah. The back into the defenders, Kieran Tierney. Do you know what? It's been a season where for his final season at Arsenal, you know, and for him to get his last goal for Arsenal as well, you know, it's big for him. You know, and I wish him the best going to Stoke next season. I wish the best for him. I love Tierney. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Come back to Arsenal this season. 7 out of 10. Miles Skelly, his breakthrough season, his debut season. I'm really happy for him, you know, and he's going to be some player going forward next season, isn't he? He's going to be some important player for us next season. Whether it's in the midfield where Thomas Partey plays, or if it's at left back, if it's at centre back, he can play there. He can also play as a right back as well, so he can play across the back four, which is very handy. Miles Skelly, I'll give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's been an excellent season. Actually, no, sorry, 8 out of 10, sorry. Not 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You know, just because he hasn't played for the whole season. He came in around Christmas time, so that's kind of half a season. But he has been a monster since then. Ricardo Calafiori. The injuries are the reasons why I mightn't be giving him as high as he is. You think I give him. The games he's played this season, don't get me wrong, he's been alright. He's been decent. Going forward, he's an excellent player. Defensively though, he needs to work on his defensively, but you know, that goal he scored away at City, you know, the winner he scored against Wolves, 2 goals that if we didn't have scored them, we would have lost both games. As you know, so we would have lost the City game and drawn against Wolves. So I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10 for the season. Just above average. Those 2 goals. Yeah. Alex Zinchenko. Now, you don't know on here that I don't rate the brother at all. I don't rate the guy at all. But this season, you might have seen of him anyway. He's been good. Probably because he's been playing as more of a advanced midfield, central midfield role. But I say he's leaving in the summer anyway. I say today was Zinchenko's last game. If he's here next season, I'll be very surprised. I will be very surprised if Zinchenko's here next season. I don't think he will be. I think he's on his way to Borussia Dortmund. Mark my words for it. I can turn into Fabrizio Romano if you want me to. Yeah, listen. I'll give him a 5. Not shit. Not the best, to be fair, but yeah. Into the rest of the defenders now. Gabriel. Gabriel, man. I miss saying that name. I was gonna give him my player of the season. I'm not though, because I think I'll explain why I'm giving this other player of the season. But Gabriel, he's up there. He's mad up there. He has had an absolutely unbelievable season. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely 9.5 out of 10. Saliba next. Saliba. I don't think Saliba's been as good as Gabriel has this season. A lot of you are going to agree with me on that one. Well, I hope so anyway. If you've got ball knowledge, you'll know what. You'll understand why. But that doesn't mean Saliba's been shit either. There's been times this year where he has been absolutely inevitable. Unbelievable. You know, obviously missed a game today due to a hamstring injury, but that's nothing serious. End of the season, rest up these players, that's straightforward, but I'll give him an 8 out of 10. It's straightforward to me. Now, do you know what, let's get it out of the way first. Ben White missed the majority of the season due to an injury. It's a very unknown injury, to be honest with you. I didn't know much about it. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, sorry. I didn't know much about it. Up until I heard he got the injury in training or something. I can't remember what it was from. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Done well today. Got the assist for Kieran Tierney's goal, so yeah. Now, boys. Every time I speak about this, it makes me emotional. You know, it makes me emotional. Jurriën Timber, my player of the season. He's my player of the season. I'll tell you why. Guy had an ACL injury last season. Only came back on the last day of last season. Coming into the team this season, makes that spot his own. Makes that spot his own. Kick Ben White out of the team completely, to the point where even when Ben White was 100% fit, Timber was still starting ahead of him. You know, the way Timber just inverts into the midfield, you can have 2-3 men on him, and he's getting away from them. Name me a winger in the Premier League this season who's actually gotten past him. No one. The only real big threat that's probably run rings around him this season is Kvaratskhelia in both the PSG legs. Apart from that, no one. Doesn't need explaining. He's my player of the season. He is my player of the season. Julian Timber. He's got to be. And right now, I will say it. He is my favourite Arsenal player. He is. I will say it to you right now. He is. Just because of his story and just because of how well he's done since that ACL injury. The only one of the only ones on that pitch who looks like he gives a flying fuck. You get where I'm going in, don't you? So that's my player of the season right there. Julian Timber. I love you, JT, man. Midfielders, Thomas Partey. Do you know what? He's managed just to stay fit the whole season, which is amazing. Only missed one game this season, and that was the PSG game in the Champions League home leg. Apart from that, he hasn't missed any games this season. Do you know what I'm saying? Been fit all season. You know, he's done his job when he's needed to. You know, he's done well when being called upon. You know, I hope he signs a new contract. I want him to stay next season. Whether he will is up to him. It's not up to me. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. It's that simple. But I'm gonna give him a 9 for the season. Really good season. Declan Rice was also up there with Gabriel and Timber for my player of the season. You know, but I think it was too little, too late before we started clicking on form. You know, Timber's been doing it all season long. That's why I've given it to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling Rice a bad player because he's a fucking amazing player. I love Rice. I really love Rice. He's one of my favourites, but yeah. 9.5 out of 10. I think he's in an excellent season. Again, if you don't know already, Timber gets a 10 out of 10 if I didn't say it already. Jorginho leaving. He's going to go to Flamengo, so I wish him all the best and thank you for your services since you joined in 2023, was it? 2-year deal. Done what he had to do to be fair. Knew when he came in he was going to be the backup to Thomas Partey, so yeah, attitude, you know, amazingness on the ball, is the way he's able to drive through defences is just crazy. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 7 for the season. Mikel Merino, again, like I said, he's been probably our best signing in the summer. Won quite a few goals as well, actually, to be fair. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's outscored Havertz by 1. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, I don't know. But yeah, he's fill in a striker, scores 2 goals away at Leicester, and then he plays there forever here and there. So for the little part of the end of the season, I'm going to give him an 8. Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard. What a poor season this man has had. 5 out of 10. He needs to be back next season. He needs to step up his game next season. That's all I'm saying. Ethan Waneri. I don't know with him. He came in for Saka. There were some games he was fucking excellent. And then there were some games where he was a bit lazy and he didn't do anything much. And yeah. I give Waneri an 8 for the season. Into the attackers, into the forward now. Raheem Sterling, get him over and done with. You can have a 1. Straight forward. Martinelli, I thought he had a much better season than he did this season compared to last season. I think he's been a lot better this year. Still needs to work on a few things, like stop doing the same skill and stop dribbling with your fucking head down. Apart from that though, I think he's had a much better season, and yeah, take that into next season, and yeah. But I'm gonna give him a 9. Actually, no, sorry, a 7. Or 9. Trossard, Leandro Trossard. Again, I can't really say much more if I'm honest with you. Been poor this season. Been really poor. Not like the Trossard we saw last year. Again, he's getting on. Whether he'll be here next season's another question. It remains to be seen. But if he is, he is. If he isn't, he isn't. Bukayo Saka. Before he got injured, was excellent since he's come back from injury. He did something right. Something's not right about him. I've noticed that over since he came back in April. Something's just not right about him. You know, he's not moving too freely. He went down again today, and yeah, But I'm gonna give him an 8 because he come back and he kept trying. You know, he kept going. Him and Timber down the right hand side together. Quality, man. Quality. But yeah, Saka's gonna get an 8. And then the 2 strikers, Kai Havertz, first one. Bang average season. Bang average striker, bang average footballer. It's time to, I think we got a better striker. We need to get a better striker anyway, because what have we got ourselves here? £65 million for him. Jesus Christ, he's missed half the season. He's probably missed more shots than he has half the season. That's what I'm saying. I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 6. And then Gabriel Jesus, you know, had that patch around Christmas where he was really good. Got injured. And he's out for the rest of the season. Going into next season. I actually heard a really trustworthy, what's they called? What are they called? The people on Twitter. I don't know, but a person on Twitter, which someone I really trust, yeah, gets 99.9% of the things right? We're saying Gabriel Jesus isn't expected to be back until February. So if we don't sign a striker this summer, write the season off already. Write the season off. Jesus will get a 4. So listen, I can't believe the season's finally over. I'm finally a free man. I'm finally free. You know, I don't have to worry about this club again for the rest of the season, for the rest of our summer. You know, I've got the rest of my GCSEs to do. Then I'm out of school completely. Got my prom night, celebration night, I think, to go to as well. Look forward to a nice few things in the summer. Starting a bit of work over the summer as well, in a building site. So yeah, a lot of big things coming up in the summer for me. Obviously, I'll still be doing the Welcome to Arsenal videos and whatnot, but I won't be as active as I am now. I'm just saying that now, so I'm just putting it out to you. don't be asking me, what, am I dead? Have I quit YouTube, or do I just not care about my fans? Because I do. I just need a bit of time off myself. You know what I mean? And you know, I appreciate you all being here for me this season. I appreciate, you know, everyone that's, you know, come to watch my content. You know, for every single, you know, every single preview and match review, you're there, you're liking, you're commenting, you're even subscribing, you know, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You know, it just shows me that you guys love my content. Sorry, love my content, and you want me to make more of it. And you know, I'm happy to make more of it. You know, I love making these previews and match reviews for you, and I love doing it. You know, it's something I love doing. You know, and I'm gonna keep doing that no matter what. Make you guys happy, and yeah, we go on from here. You know, the channel's increasing. You know, every day something new happens to the channel, a new subscriber, an update, and whatever. But listen, hold our heads high. As we will Arsenal around here. We will back this team till the very end, and we go again next season for another big season ahead. So yeah, listen, have a good summer, everyone. I love you all, and I'll see you next season.